Hey, good day, folks. Welcome to another episode of Andrew's Life. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. We're going to take a drive through the town of Vernon, Alabama, which is located in Lamar County, towards the northwest section of Alabama. Vernon is hour and 11 minutes from Tuscaloosa. It's 37 minutes from Columbus, Mississippi, which the population is 23,000 people in Columbus, and it's 51 minutes to West Point, Mississippi, which has 9,000 people population. So within an hour of this town, you got a few communities over west in the Mississippi that are a little bigger and will most likely offer you more and better amenities than what you'll find in this town. Or you can drive to Tuscaloosa if you're looking for something a little bigger. But anyways, let's drive through this town and see what we see. Now, Vernon has got a population of a whopping 1,919 people, and they have been losing people at a whopping 15.9% as of the 2020 census. So, yeah, this town's been losing quite a few people. That's not good, obviously. And as far as it goes for the crime in this city, according to the data anyways, violent and property crime are both below national average, so that's a good thing. Or it could be another one of those situations to where there's more crime than what goes on, than what they're reporting. But all I can report to you guys is what's on the data, and then you guys can see for yourself what this town is on this video. So if you're wanting to live here, housing prices fortunately are relatively affordable, and as you would expect in many parts of Alabama, especially in some of these small towns, you will get a sizable lot with your home. I mean, house prices here are starting off at $85,000. The median home price, however, well, even the median home price is only $113,000. If you're looking just to rent, your median rent prices are going to go from $500 to $1,000 a month. So that is extremely low. Today, that's low. So, I would say the negative aspect, the negative point that this town is the fact that you're going to be a little further away from larger cities. The largest city that's closest to here is going to be Tuscaloosa. Birmingham is going to be about a couple of hours or so from here, roughly speaking. So there's really no metro area that's going to be within an hour of here. Tuscaloosa is not a metro area, but even Tuscaloosa is over an hour from here. So that's going to be the main thing which I feel. That's the main thing which I feel hurts a lot of these smaller towns over here in western Alabama. Like many of the smaller towns I did in eastern Alabama, I feel we're doing a little better because they were closer into larger cities. But you get out here to the far western Alabama region, you don't have a whole lot of larger cities out this way. So I think due to that, you got a lot of these smaller rural communities that tend to struggle with poverty due to the lack of decent employment opportunities. I mean, yeah, there are jobs out here to be had, I'm pretty sure, but the question is, at what wage? And this is one of the reasons why when I look to live somewhere, I prefer to be within an hour of a larger city. Because, sometimes when you get too far outside of a metro area, like you get over an hour outside the metro, you're going to run into certain situations such as higher poverty because the jobs that are available that are closer into these kind of communities typically are not going to pay as well. And the work conditions are not going to be as favorable either because a lot of the employers are going to realize that the pickings are slim. So there's going to be the job market in some of these small places are going to be a little more competitive as a result. So you might get you a job working for $10 an hour, and they'll work the shit out of you because they know they can. Because what you gonna do? I mean, obviously, if you live in a community like this and you're having trouble surviving, the common sense, I mean, it's easier said than done. I get it. But ultimately, you're going to have to make that hard decision to leave these type of communities and move somewhere a little closer to opportunities. But I would say, for those of you, I would say for those of you that are maybe looking to homestead, or maybe you work remotely, I mean, as I've told you before, you can come out to a place like this, and wherever you want to live, you're going to want to go ahead and look into the internet choices that particular area has to offer. So I would say if you do remote work, or if for some odd reason you're able to find a job in this region of Alabama that's going to pay you a wage that you can live off of, I mean, this might, and also on top of that, I think this place would be an okay place to live if you're also in search of affordable housing. Now, in my humble opinion, I mean, again, I've seen way worse than here, but there's definitely places better than this one. And by the way, I do apologize for the quality of this video. I mean, as I was recording the video, I mean, when I first started to record the video, it was very overcast and my pictures were coming out extremely dark. And then the pictures got better, and then it's out of nowhere they start coming out like this. So I apologize for all this glare. So anyways, this is one of those type of places where, basically, if you're okay with living further from a larger metro area and you're looking for an affordable place to live, and this place doesn't seem, obviously looks can be deceiving, but this place seems like one of those areas where, yeah, you might have a tad bit of you got some people here that may not be the cleanest people in the world, but all in all, it appears to be a relatively quiet and low-key community. I mean, as I drive around, you guys can kind of see some of the poverty for yourself. I mean, in a minute here, I'm going to drive into this school parking lot. This is an old school that's been closed down for some time, obviously. So, anyhow, the city was named Swan Courthouse. It was named for the head of the Freedmen's Bureau, General Rager Sway. I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing it right. It's Swayne. Served in the Chattahoochee district of the state. The name of the town changed in 1868 to Vernon after Edmund D. Vernon. The Vernon economy was initially based on timber and agriculture and milling. When the plantations were sold off after the Civil War, many jobs were eliminated. Vernon's economy switched to manufacturing after the Reconstruction era. The first products that were manufactured here was textiles. Textiles are no longer manufactured here. Today, this town manufactures trash compactors. And the name of that company that manufactures those are going to be Marathon. That's the name of the plant. And I mean, honestly, to sum up this town, I would say this town is a little rough around the edges when it comes to its appearance. But they, according to data, the crime is low, so hopefully the data is correct. I mean, I will say, as I drove around town, I didn't see a whole lot of bars on the windows. I mean, there's some speed bumps in town, but it wasn't like crazy. And as far as the racial demographics, I almost forgot to tell you what the racial demographics are here. You got 88.8% white, you got 9.3% black, and you got 1.4% Hispanic. But yeah, this place might very well be one of those places where, although it's got some rough areas, appearance-wise, it might be a nice and quiet, low-key place for someone to live that doesn't want to be close to larger cities or doesn't need to be close to larger cities. And in a little bit here, the video, the video will go back to normal. I didn't realize that it was like this until I began to go through and do my commentary. Now I'm not in this city no more, so I can't go back and redo the video at this moment. But my attitude is, since I put the work in recording, I'm going to just do what I do here. And maybe at another time, whenever I get a chance, I'll go back out there and redo the video. But for now, this is what I got. So, again, my apologies. Now, as you guys can see, this place does have some amenities. I mean, I mean, given how small this community is, it does have some amenities. I mean, in small town USA, you're not, you gotta have a Dollar General. And that's gonna be it for my commentary. So you guys know what to do. So you all have a blessed one, and I'll see you on the next one.